Colorado is too big, too glorious to jam into a scrapbook or cram hours spent in the clouds on the cloud. My camera struggles to control the chaos.
Born in the USA.
Hey, I'm Ann Herbst, and I spell Colorado one way.
This year unfolded with time spent with my husband, Steve. He wrote this music. And with friends, our goofy dog, Gidget, and also a memorable encounter with this dude.
My name's Jason Schaffnos. I'm a cardiovascular surgeon, and I'm the director of the cardiac surgery service line for Health One in the Denver market.
Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. Light a candle for me, folks.
How did I come to know you?
You were referred to me by Dr. Pyle Coley for an ascending aortic aneurysm. The aorta is the main blood vessel that's leaving the heart. It is the largest blood vessel in the body, and in general and on average, it measures about 3 centimeters on the portion just above where it exits the heart. And so it's really this segment right here where yours is enlarged in this area.
My little aorta balloon was 4.9 centimeters big. They found it during a CT scan looking for something completely different. And I was diagnosed on April Fool's Day. No joke, and no symptoms. That's just how these things roll.
Aneurysms themselves generally don't cause a problem until they are a problem.
It's what killed Three's Company guy John Ritter. He and doctors didn't know he had a thoracic aortic aneurysm, and it dissected, or tore.
The disease isn't super common. About 10 in 100,000 people are diagnosed with it every year in the US.
There's really one cure for this.
Correct, and that is surgery.
The open chest kind, objectively not rad. But my aorta was ready for repair.
Dr. Schaffnos would remove the bad, bulging part of my aorta, and like they do with all these surgeries, replace it with a graft. So we put surgery on the calendar and started a new to-do list. Books from friends, a meal train, 2 totally overpriced pairs of sweatpants.
And then 4 days before surgery, another weird interruption.
It measures about 4.42 on that section.
The radiologist's initial measurement of 4.9 was wrong. My aneurysm was 4.5 centimeters. Guidelines say surgery happens closer to 5.
4.5. That's your aneurysm.
And that's why I got a summer.
That's why you got a summer.
New list activated. 4th of July hut trip. Colorado exploration to the max. A 100-mile trek in the Alps. Blood pressure cuff my constant companion. Doctors say keep it below 120/80 to reduce complications. And I learned more than that. Aortic disease has risk factors: smoking, family history, age, genetic disorders. I don't have those.
But I do have support. Remember John Ritter? His wife, Amy Yazbek? She's really cool. Started the John Ritter Foundation after he died. They're a leader in funding research on aortic disease.
I'm a little now, but I was raised Catholic, and part of it was just you're responsible for everybody. But instead of saving souls, I'm saving aortas. It's just as important to me.
Her kindness made me want to help. I sat on the other side of the table for an interview about careful exercise with aortic disease for the Aortic Athletes Facebook group.
I'm doing more, honestly, because what if I don't have next summer to do it? Like, exercise is what is bringing me the peace right now.
And yeah, my life has limits. Doctors say don't lift over 20 pounds. Bye-bye, old news camera friend. And I gotta keep my heart rate down, so I can't charge full speed up a mountain either. I've slowed down and looked up more.
Eventually, I'll have this unappealing page titled Ann's Open Heart Surgery in my scrapbook.
It will likely happen in your lifetime because you're so young.
Here's the deal. That page will be hugged by so much gratitude for just knowing my diagnosis.
Which gives me the chance to make even more memories that jump right off the page.
Anna's joining us now. We're so glad you chose to do this. I love the approach you took to that story, in part because you told it like your personality, which is lighthearted and happy. But this was not an easy year for you, and that was not an easy diagnosis to accept.
Nope.
Just like I had to chip away at that story, I've kind of had to chip away at how I feel about this. I feel a lot better than I did back on April Fool's Day when I was diagnosed. But it's not perfect every single day, and I worry about it sometimes, but I feel like I'm doing pretty darn good these days.
You know what I think was spectacular is instead of saying, perspective is everything, you said it without saying it, because now you're talking about one day having the surgery on one of those pages, and just the ability to get to that day is a blessing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the hope, is that I'm really thankful that I know that I have this. Because when you don't know that you have it, you can't take any precautions. You can't take extra blood pressure medication. You can't be very careful. And I'm just so grateful that I have this knowledge. It stinks knowing that the open heart surgery, that's what I have to look forward to. Not super stoked on that at all.
No.
But it's better than not knowing and going in for an emergency. I'd rather have my surgeon, it's weird to say I have a surgeon, my surgeon know I'm coming in than get called at 2 in the morning if something's going wrong. And he would prefer that too, he told me.
But thank you for raising awareness, because this is not something you would have ever in your wildest dreams known was going to happen to you.
No, absolutely not.
symptoms.
I'm no symptoms at all. This comes with no symptoms until it's pretty much too late and you're being rushed to the hospital. I was scanned for something completely different. I don't have anything else but this weird thing.
Yeah, and to be clear, you love hiking and getting out there. You're still able to do all of that. They just said maybe not, to the extreme.
Chill out.
A little bit.
A little bit. And that's okay. My friends are okay with that. My husband's okay with that. The only thing not okay with that is my dog.
Oh.
She
Gidget's
wishes I
ready
could-
to go.
Gidget's always
Let's do
ready.
it.
Go faster.
Yes.
All right, and thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that, Ann. It's really great.